one who added.
Yeah. But you know what? We're only going background. Sister Rosa?
That'll work.
December 1st, 1955, our freedom movement came alive because of Sister Rosa, you know.
Talk. Can we settle down? Yeah. A lot of stuff going on.
Because
There it is.
December 1st, 1955, our freedom movement came alive. And because of Sister Rosa, you know, we don't ride in the back of the bus no more.
Now, Sister Rosa, she was tired one day after a hard day on her job, and all she wanted was a well-deserved rest, not a scene from an angry mob.
Now a bus driver said,
Girl, you gotta get up because a white person wants you see.
but Sister Rosa said,
No, not no more. I'm gonna sit here and rest my feet.
Thank you, Sister Rosa. You are the spark that started our freedom movement. Thank you, Sister Rosa Parks. Thank you, Sister Rosa. You are the spark that started our freedom movement. Thank you, Sister Rosa Parks. Now the police came without fail and took Sister Rosa off to jail. When $14 was her fine, Dr. Martin Luther King knew it was our time.
The people of Montgomery sat down to talk and decided that all God's people should walk until segregation was brought to its knees and we obtained freedom equality.
So we dedicate our song to thee for being a symbol of our dignity. Thank you, Sister Rosa.
Thank you, Sister Rosa. You are the spark that started our freedom movement. Thank you, Sister Rosa Parks. Thank you, Sister Rosa. You are the spark that started our freedom movement. Thank you, Sister Rosa Parks. Thank you, Sister Rosa. You are the spark that started our freedom movement. Thank you, Sister Rosa Parks. Thank you, Sister Rosa. You are the spark.
Yeah.
That started our freedom movement. Thank you, Sister Rosa Parks. Thank you, Sister Rosa. You are the spark that started our freedom movement. Thank you, Sister Rosa Parks.
thank you, Sister Rosa
Thank you,
Parks.
Sister Rosa.
Thank you, Sister Rosa
Thank you,
Parks.
Sister Rosa.
Thank you, Sister Rosa.
Thank you, Sister Rosa.
Thank you, Sister Rosa
Thank you,
Parks.
Sister Rosa.
Thank you, Sister Rosa
Thank you,
Parks.
Sister Rosa.
Thank you, 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 Sister.
Thank you, Sister Rosa.
Thank you, thank you,
Thank you, Sister Rosa.
Thank you, Sister Rosa. Thank you, Sister Rosa. Thank you, Sister Rosa Parks.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Sister Rosa Parks.
Shit.
Ashe.
In 1981, Stevie Wonder wrote a song to commemorate Martin Luther King's birthday. And he led the struggle to turn Martin Luther King's birthday into a holiday. Tomorrow we celebrate Martin Luther King Day. We want to sing that song now to honor Dr. King. You all know it, so please sing it with us.
It's a celebration, y'all. Gotta sing with us. You know, doesn't make much sense. There ought to be a law against anyone who takes offense at a day in your celebration. We all know in our mind that there ought to be a time that we can set aside to show just how much we love you. And I'm sure you will agree, it couldn't fit more perfectly than to have a world party on the day you came to be.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
I just never understood how a man who died for good could not have a day that would be set aside for his recognition, because it never should be that because some cannot see the dream as clear as he, that they should made it an illusion. But we all know everything that he stood for time will bring, for in peace our hearts will sing that St. Martin Luther King.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Why has there never been a holiday, yeah, where peace is celebrated all throughout the world? Yeah, 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 yeah.
Time is overdue for people like me and you who knew the way to truth is love and unity for all God's children. It should be a great event, and the whole day should be spent in full remembrance of those who live and died for the oneness of our people. So let us all begin. We know that love can win. Let it out, don't hold it in. Sing it loud as you can.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. 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 Happy birthday.
We the Stones of Fire and the Wosay community
Happy birthday.
remember and honor and thank Dr. Martin Luther King for all that he has done for us and our people. And his name will live forever and ever and ever in the hearts and the minds of our people.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Ashe.
This song is on page 25 in the book.
Spirit of might, help us walk the sacred way with all that we've got. Amen. Ra Spirit within me, hear my prayer, Lord, I come to thee. Amen. Ra Spirit of might, help us walk the sacred way with all that we've got. Amen. Ra Spirit within me, hear my prayer, Lord, I come to thee. For divine control of my thoughts and actions, for deeper devotion, for the mission you have given, for greater respect, for your sacred words of truth, to understand the right and wrong in all I say and do. Ra Spirit of might, help us walk the sacred way with all that we've got. Amen. Ra Spirit within me, hear my prayer, Lord, I come to thee. For greater self-knowledge, for the real and unreal in me, for values of salvation, truth to make me free, for freedom from resentment, freedom from fear and hate, for the truth, love, and beauty of your sacred African way. Amen. Amen. Ra Spirit of might, help us walk the sacred way with all that we've got. Amen. Ra Spirit within me, hear my prayer, Lord, I come to thee. Hear my prayer, Lord, I come to thee. Hear my prayer, Lord, I come to
Good morning, we'll say. Now it's the time in our service for our historical tribute. And we do this every Sunday. This is a special time where this is one of the things that it just, when I heard that we did historical tributes and experienced them here, I said, okay, this is where I need to be. This is where I need to be so I can learn and I can, get up here eventually, get up here and do these historical tributes. So I'm looking around at those of you who haven't. You need to get on up here and do it. So historical tributes, we know if we as a people don't teach ourselves and learn for ourselves and tell our stories, they won't get told. So we can't depend on anybody else to do it for us, to us. So we got to do it ourselves. So ashe. Okay. So today's historical tribute is done about a brother named Benjamin, also known as Pap Singleton. And I ran across his information in this a pivotal book. If you haven't heard of this book, you need to hear about it. The Warmth of Other Suns. This is just a major pivotal piece. This is an epic novel. It's just so dense, and it's fun reading, and you learn. It's an amazing piece of literature, so I recommend it for everybody. So, Brother Benjamin was born around 1809, and he lived to be about 82, 83 years old. He left us in 1892. And he was considered a leader in the Great Exodus that brought thousands of us, African Americans west from the post-construction South, okay? So he was born in Nashville, Tennessee, and as a youngster, he was sold many times, but he always managed to escape. He eventually fled to Canada, and then he settled in Detroit, where he actually ended up running a boarding house that sheltered many runaways, okay? So after returning to Tennessee after the Civil War, about 1865, he was in his 50s by then. Singleton, he became convinced that his mission, one of his missions, was to help African Americans improve their lives. So he began in the late 1860s by organizing an effort to buy up Tennessee farmland for blacks. But the plan failed when white landowners just refused to sell at fair prices. They would gyp us any which way they could throughout our history. So undaunted, he set his sights on Kansas, where he and a business partner, Columbus Johnson, they staked out a black settlement in Cherokee County. It didn't come together, but he didn't give up. He went on and did a second settlement in Morris County, and that's also in Kansas. So he also went about spreading the word of his settlements through posters that he circulated widely across the South. And then he formed a company with his business partner Johnson that helped hundreds of black Tennesseans move to Kansas between 1877 and 1879. So those that answered his call to come to the West became known as exodusters. And Singleton was himself, he was described as the father of the Exodus. That was part of the massive migration from the South that reached a peak in 1879, wasn't inspired by him alone. By 1879, which became known as the year of the Great Exodus, some 50,000 blacks had fled to freedom to Kansas, Missouri, Indiana, and Illinois, and 1,000 more have been turned back by supposedly whites trying to patrol the rivers and the roads. Okay, in 1880, he was in his early 70s by this time. He was called to testify at congressional hearings on the alarming migration of blacks from the South. And actually on the website I looked at, they have archives of his testimony, from back then. By 1881, he had begun another phase of his campaign to aid our people and organized a party called the United Colored Links in a black section of Topeka, Kansas, that ended up being called Tennessee Town, because so many of the residents were from Tennessee. He affiliated with another organization that was a white organization, the Greenbacks, and they were a workers' party, and together they worked for the fundamental social change in the U.S. Singleton's Link Party was intended to help us buy farmland or to buy factories and start up their own industries, but there was problems with people not having enough capital. But he kept on doing, he kept on moving, he kept on keeping hope alive. And so in 1883, by this time he's 73 to 74 years old, he founded an organization called the Chief League, which encouraged us to immigrate to an island, the island of Cyprus. Not too many responded to that call. And so in 1885, he formed the Transatlantic Society to help black people move back to Africa. And by 1887, the group was having trouble, and by this time, Singleton was having health problems. And he was forced to retire from his self-appointed mission, and he transitioned in 1892 in St. Louis. But his vision of a society in which African Americans owned the land, directed the industries, and held the power certainly lived on in the charismatic champion of Marcus Garvey. So to that end, I just want to thank him for his legacy and for keeping the hope alive and for Keep On Trying. That song that we sing, Stones sing, Keep On Trying. Whose song was that? Whose song was it? Who?
Jaruba.
Brother Jaruba Allsback. So we need to take the lesson and keep on trying. You know, there's nothing in fail but if you give up. If you fail, if you give up, you fail. But as long as you keep on trying, and he kept hope alive and kept on trying. So to his legacy.
It's good.
To Benjamin Pap Singleton, may your legacy continue and inspire us. Ashe.
Ashe. Thank you, Mr. Connie, for that short tribute. My name is Dr. Bazi, and this is the time in the, we'll say, worship service known as the Litany of Sacrifice. And the Litany of Sacrifice offers an opportunity for us to give a portion of that which we earn for the week to some worthwhile group. And here for us is the Rosa community. And these sacrifices are very important. It sustains us, it supports our building here, keeps the lights on, gives us a place to come, be ourselves, praise and worship our ancestors and the God of our ancestors. And so we thank all of our dedicated members that come week after week and share of that which they have. We thank our friends and supporters that come and share of that which they have. And this sustains us. And this is important because, you know, it's always important to be able to come and find the Rosa community here. It would be very, very unfortunate to come and someday there is not a Rosa community. And so these sacrifices and contribution goes towards the work of sustaining ourselves as well as positioning us to move forward in a more positive and expansive way. And we have things and goals and agendas for 2014 that will see us doing bigger and greater things. So we appreciate these sacrifices. The inspiration reading for this morning is taken from the Lucia, page 47, passage number 18. And that's coming from the book of Apatahotep. It's one of my favorite books, and you see, I always find myself returning to it numerous times when I'm looking for passages that kind of speaks to where I'm at or what I'm feeling. I can usually find something in the book of Apatahotep that speaks to that. Apatahotep says in passage number 18, he says, "Be generous as long as you live. What goes into the storehouse should come out. For bread is made to be shared. Those whose bellies are empty turn into accusers, and those who are deprived become opponents. See that none such of these are your neighbors. Generosity is a memorial for those who show it long after they have departed. And in the following passage, he continues, know those who are faithful to you and do not mistreat those who are your friends. They are a well-watered field to you and more valuable than great riches. For what belongs to one friend belongs to another. The character of a righteous person is an honor to him or her and a thing of value which is long remembered. So we give thanks for that reading and for the words and the thoughts of Ancestor Ptahotep. And I always like to take this opportunity to encourage all of us to continue to stick with Ahusia, continue to read it and find those passages and those books and things that really speak to you because it's dear. And so with Brother Tamba playing on the piano and Brother Jeff back with his kalimba. We've Brother Jeff and his kalimbas over these past few months. And it's good to see the brother back, healthy and strong and forward looking again. So we give thanks for his presence this morning. And at the altar, we have our young princes. All of our beautiful young princes. And at the very top is Sister Kara and Sister Adia. It took me a couple times to get names, but I get it. Sister Adia and Jalea. Three of our beautiful young princes here. Here in the Wilson community, all of our men are kings and all of our sisters are queens. So that makes our children princes. It makes our young men princes. And we should start to think of ourselves that way as we move forward in this work and we establish disciplines and guidelines and we exert our own sense of self-determination. We practice clergy kachadalia. These things reinforce ourselves and uplift our young people as well as one another. And somewhere there should be a black binder, and I believe it's on page 15. There's a copy of the Litany of Sacrifice. And if we could find that page, and if everyone could stand, or stand next to someone with a copy, if you have not memorized that affirmation. And let us read together, and let's use the voices in which the spirit of this affirmation was written. It's a very beautiful piece. Continues to speak to the totality of our work here at the Rosa community from its very beginning. After more than 33 years, these affirmations still ring true. So together we say, save us, O Holy One, by your name. Vindicate us by your might. Hear my prayer, divine protector. Listen to the words of my mouth. How can we repay the Holy One for the gifts that have been given to us? We will lift up the cup of salvation and call upon the God of our ancestors. We will fulfill our vows to our Creator in the presence of all our people. Gladly we bring our sacrifices to you. We will praise your name, O Amun-Ra, for it is good. Umoja, unity. We shall strive to maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race. Kujichagulia,
self-determination. We shall define, name, create, and speak for ourselves.
Ujima, collective work and responsibility. We shall build and maintain our community together. Our brothers and sisters' problems shall be ours to solve together.
Ujima, cooperative economics. Together we shall build and maintain our own businesses, and together profit from them.
Nia, purpose. We shall make our collective vocation the building and development of our community and the restoration of our people to our traditional greatness. Code 5.
We shall do as much as we can and any way we can to leave our community more beautiful and beneficial than when we inherited.
Together, Imani, faith. We shall believe with all our hearts in our Creator, our people, and the righteousness and victory of our struggle. Amen. Thank you. As the candles continue to be lit, representing the Nguzo Saba, the 7 principles of our philosophy here at the Rosa community. Kneeling pads have been laid at the front of the altar for those that may wish to come forward and share in a moment of prayer as I bless these sacrifices. By the time rest of you may assume a comfortable seat. You may assume a comfortable position in your chair, a prayerful position. And Brother Cinnabar, could I ask you to, okay, thank you. Sister Fania has it. And Sister Fania. Candles of the Nguzo Saba burning brightly. Brother Tamba plays at the piano. And these words and thoughts of reflection this moment come. And I say thank you, O Holy One. Thank you for life. Thank you for making us human. And thank you, O Holy One, for bringing us forward in this time. Bringing us forward in this time and in this place where the Rosa community exists. Where like-minded people have found their way here, searching and thirsting for that which reflect themselves and the history and legacy of our ancestors. We thank you, O Holy One. We thank you, O Holy One, for great ancestors that left us a great legacy, that left us a blueprint that we can use to help us in this cycle of time. That this time, we make this the last time that we come through. And when we leave this time, we go to be with the ancestors and to be with the One. Help us, O Holy One, to understand the teachings. Help us, O Holy One, to internalize the teachings that we may build spirit, that we may lift that spirit and grow that spirit, that at the time of transition, we break beyond the grip of death and beyond the earthly realm. And we join those magnificent ancestors. Help us, O Holy One, to understand and to internalize these things as they took great pains and great effort to record their thoughts and ideas, that today we can reap the benefit of that. And we thank you, O Holy One, that information is there, that in this time as we climb out of the abyss of slavery and we search to find ourselves, to restore ourselves, to restore our people, that we can turn to our ancestors. We can turn to our own and look there and to find that strength, to find those tools, to lift ourselves up and climb out of the abyss. We do not criticize others to take a different path and follow the deities of other nations and other cultures. But here at the Rosa community, we've chosen to follow the path of our own ancestors, unashamed, unafraid. And we thank you, O Holy One, for this work. It is a mighty work, and we are few. And we pray for support, and we pray for the continued strength and encouragement to forge ahead. Be with us throughout the remainder of this service. Be with the one that will bring a message of clarity and hope to help clear away the fog, to help us pierce the veil of ignorance. Thank each and every one that took time out of their day to come and spend time here with us, to share, to give of that which they had. We ask that you grant each and every one, O Holy One, their most fervent desire, their most fervent need, that they may find their way to the place that they're supposed to be, that they may find their purpose and do that which they came to this earth to do. Continue to be with us, O Holy One. We remain forever vigilant. We remain forever remembering and committed, as others before us have come. This day we remember the life of Dr. Martin Luther King, a great soldier in the war of redemption and restoration of African people. And though he thought of himself as a Christian and called himself as a Christian, we know that his work was so much in line with the work that we do today. We ask peace and blessing upon his spirit on this day, wherever he may be. Grant peace and blessings. As I ask for all of us, O Holy One, grant us all peace and blessing as we move forward in this service and we move forward in this day and throughout the week. Let the Spirit of the Most High be with us. Let the studies and the songs and the sharing of today carry you through the week and back to this place again where we can come together in this place called Rosa. Be with us, O Holy One. These and blessings we ask in the remembrance of sacrifice and ancestors that gave so much that we might be here today. And you, O Holy One, the unseen Creator, yet abounds in and around and under all that you can know. We say thank you, O Holy One. Be with us. Ashe. Amen. And as we rebalance ourselves and before Minister Greg comes with his words, Brother Tamba and Sister Connie have prepared a song treat for us. And I'll step aside and allow them to do what they came to do.
This place won't sing.